On this episode, biblical support for the rapture. Howdy, y'all. I'm Pastor Mark. I'm the pastor of Copeland Christian Church, and this is Theological Moments with Pastor Mark. It's good to be back with you all today. I'm glad that you could be with me. Today we're going to talk about the rapture. Let me first say I'm not making an argument for the timing of the rapture. I'm rather just presenting biblical evidence that the rapture is a biblically based doctrine or concept. First, let's start with the word rapture. I hear all the time, well, rapture is not in the Bible. And I guess the implication is that because the word doesn't appear in our English translation, then the doctrine or the concept is null and void. But first, we need to remember that the original Bible is written in Hebrew and Koine Greek. And so there are no English words in the original Bible. Second, the English word rapture is actually from the Latin translation. It's the word rapio, or what was used in the Vulgate translation, rapturo. This word was used to translate the Koine Greek word, the original word, harpazo, which is translated in English versions, caught up or snatched, or something. You might be able to find something else that's similar to that. So my point is that the word rapture may not appear in English translations, but that is because it's not the preferred gloss. That means it's not the best translated word for the Koine Greek original harpazo. Yet, the meaning of the word harpazo, rapturo, caught up or snatched, are all good glosses for each other. They all mean approximately the same thing, right? Because language is not a one-to-one equation. And so the meaning, the idea, this concept of a rapture, of being caught up or being snatched, is indeed in the New Testament. And the word it comes from in the original is this Koine Greek word harpazo. And the point is that the concept of a rapture is in the New Testament. So to make my point clear, the word rapture doesn't appear in English translations because it's not the preferred gloss. That is, it's not necessarily the best or clearest way to communicate the meaning. Because that's what a translation is, right? Words are not a one-to-one ratio. So when we translate from the Koine Greek to the English, we're translating the meaning, not necessarily a literal verbatim, because that just ends in confusion. And so my point is that this idea, the idea of harpazo or rapturo, the English caught up or snatched, is in the Bible. We see that clearly demonstrated in the New Testament. And so now that we have this base understanding of where this idea comes from, let me share one Bible verse with you all today, and then next time we'll dig into the two primary verses that deal with the rapture. And so first, I want to share briefly Acts 8:39. This is the story of Philip and the eunuch. If you're not familiar with the story, it's well worth the read. It's in chapter 8 of the book of Acts. Philip meets this eunuch on the road and leads him to faith, and then Philip baptizes him. And as they're coming out of the water, the Holy Spirit snatches Philip. And Philip then finds himself in Azotus. He was physically moved from one location to another, many miles away. Right, so here we see the idea of a rapture, the supernatural moving of an individual from one place to another. In this case, Philip was moved many miles to where the Holy Spirit had more work for him to do. So that's going to have to do it for today. Next week, we'll dig into the two primary texts regarding the rapture in 1 Corinthians 15 and 1 Thessalonians 4. I hope that you found this video clarifying at least. If you did, please like it. Go ahead and share it with a friend. If you have a comment or an idea for a future video, please go ahead and leave that in the comments section. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that support. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.